Good morning, guys. It's Dakota back from the live stream for D4X Analysis. Basically, for the month of April, every weekday, going to be doing live streams 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, going over the pairs that I'm paying attention to, and going over any pairs that you guys want to look at as well. All you have to do if you want me to look at a pair and get my opinion, I guess, on it, go ahead, type in the live chat and we can talk about it. Also, if you want to talk about anything else or have any questions, go ahead, type in the live chat as well. If you want to view all the screenshots and everything that we talk about on here, go ahead and click the link in the description to join the Discord server. That's where I post all these charts, and there's an area where we can all communicate and connect with each other. If you like this live stream, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell to keep up with future videos and live streams that I do post. Again, month of April, every single weekday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard. So I was going through the live stream the other day, putting in the timestamps. I've noticed I've been saying like the week of April, and within the intro. So I wanted to make sure that I definitely said month this time. But let's go to here. Alright, I got the chat pulled up, so if y'all comment there, I'll be able to see it now. Alright, so there wasn't much action yesterday. Only got some action later, like right before I was about to head to bed, and I was doing my review a little later than usual, and saw the opportunity, decided to take it on GN. So let me show you guys that, and this is the only position that I have on right now on the main account. Here you go. So GN, see a nice impulsive move, a bullish pattern here. Ideally, I'd like to see it go up. If it doesn't go up, it's going down to hit my stop loss. If it hits my stop loss, I'm not going to be looking to buy this opportunity anymore. And before an hour before the close, I want this to be at least. I don't want this to be in 20 pip drawdown, right? I want this to be in profit, because holding over the weekend, I don't want to go into Sunday and there be a gap. Forgot I had this on, but I don't want to go into Sunday and there be a gap, and the spread basically knocks me out. If the move is going to continue up, I rather close here and then find a new entry coming into next week. But if we close in profit, or if we're in profit an hour before close, I'll go ahead and close the position. I completely forgot I had this on, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Alright, so that's GN. Not looking to add on to this position right now. Again, like all year, well, at least all during the first quarter, haven't really had much profitability out of this pair. It's not the worst pair that I traded for the first quarter, but definitely not the best. I think it's second worst out of the 4 that I've traded. I've traded 5 pairs for this year so far. Out of the 5 that I've traded, it's the 4th worst right now. So if it keeps, if it underperforms on this one, it's basically getting cut. And that may not only be due to the pair, also may be due to my own error. Notice a few were due to my own error, and just worked out some ways to fix that and taking every precaution in this situation. So let's go to do this full markup instead of starting on EJ, starting on GN, because I'm in a position on it today. Alright, we're gonna go to a different broker. Also, major I want to thank Darren. I want to thank my uncle for giving me a new office chair. Really appreciate it, man. Okay, if you don't know my strategy, it's real simple. I just use basic market structure. I look for an impulsive move in the market. The impulsive move tells me the direction the market wants to go. After the impulse, I look for a corrective movement, moving in the opposite direction of the correction, which is just consolidating candles, moving small consolidating candles, moving in the opposite direction of the impulse. And that is what confirms that the market wants to continue in the same direction as the impulse. And I look for that continuation to catch. I basically identify the area that I want to get in at by working out a way to figure out where the correction is likely to end. All right. Okay, so here on using top-down analysis, I use horizontal lines and trend lines, and I box price in, and I corner the market until there's really only one of two places that it can go, one of two directions, and I look to execute and get in. So here on the monthly, I had two levels. On the weekly, I'm looking to box price in more. I see prices rejected this area a few times, and I'd like to see it ultimately break that level, because I'd like to see price get back within this range. Right now it's acting within this range, so this is the ideal area to sell, at least at the moment. We'll see what's going on our lower time frames. Let's go down to the daily. Going down to the daily, we have an uptrend here. And it looks like we have an even tighter uptrend here too, about right there. You can see price potentially broke below it. It would be nice to see a few more candles break below it on the 4 hour potentially, for considering this sell gone. This buy opportunity gone. Yeah, and that gives me some confirmation telling me you might want to stop looking for your buy. All right. Okay, so with that being said, we have a strong impulsive move. We have a few candles breaking below that, price retesting the trend line, and looking for price to continue down. Now, what I entered off of is basically this level here, and I'm looking for price to continue up on my current position. But I mean, with how the market is forming now, or how I'm seeing it right now, look for price to continue down. I have an area where I'm looking to exit at. If it gets down to that area, I'll be out of the trade. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I would look for this to continue down for a short period of time. Yeah, I'll look for this to come down for a short period of time. The main reason I'm really looking for that buy is because of the chart that you guys actually saw, that I didn't actually mean to have up, the NZD WCU. I won't get too detailed into that, but it basically tells me, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, basically the strength of currencies, and checking the strength of the Kiwi, looking for it to lose strength. And if that does lose strength, I'm looking for this to continue up, especially with GBP with the pound in the position that's in right now. I'm looking for a little bit more strength to be built on it. So we'll see what unfolds. But here, let's see if we can find a day trade. Ideally, if price continues down, breaks this low, gives us a correction to retest that level, be a nice selling opportunity there. And yeah, we'll stop there. But price would have to break that low. If price breaks that low, start looking for this. If it doesn't break that low, start looking for a break of the trend line. I already have the screenshot sent on this. Not this particular day trade, but for the position that I'm in. So I won't be sending this screenshot out particularly. Let's go to GU. I sent out this screenshot this morning because I identified a short-term selling opportunity on the 1 hour time frame. Ultimately, I'm actually looking for a buying opportunity on this pair as well. But this sell is not looking good at the moment. Like basically a pattern hasn't formed and it's a very steep pullback, and I don't enter on those, so it's about to be like kicked. I would need more structure, especially on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, there's not a pattern. Right? The 1 hour time frame, there's no pattern. So I'm not going to be entering off of that, it looks like. Now the next move that I'm actually looking for on this, and this is the primary move that I was talking about last night, is let me delete all this so you guys don't, so no one gets confused. So where's my marker? Looking for a break of the trend line, a corrective pattern to form, and then price come up to that trend line and actually eventually break that, because on the daily, I believe, yeah, the daily, basically you see this as a big impulse. We haven't broken this low here, and price is testing that area and look for price to continue back up. And again, I'd like the price to come back up to this area ideally, and continue to look for buys until this trend line is really broken, honestly. And that, I mean, like, again, just got to keep on waiting for price to actually give us an opportunity, at least the opportunity that I would like to see. That doesn't happen, of course, just going to keep on waiting, finding and waiting for another opportunity. But yeah, this is the ideal setup here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My internet just disconnected or something happened. Not sure what, but gonna go ahead and get back into it. And give me 1 second. I have one more thing to fix. All right. So let me show my face again. And back to what I was saying. Okay, I forgot where I left off at, but do remember GU. GU basically looking for a break of the trend line, waiting for a 1 hour correction, and looking for a buying opportunity, and ultimately looking for it to break out of this larger channel and targeting these highs here. At each level, evaluating how price reacts there. Ideally, I like to see price break those levels and continue up to that original high, and again, like I said, reach this level up here that I'm mainly targeting. That's GU, and of course I need to do the full markup on that. Now last night someone actually talked to me about doing the 25 markups again. If you don't know about the 25 charts I used to send out or used to do, basically ever since pretty much I started the group chat, originally it was started in Telegram. Every single week I'll mark out 25 charts and I'll actually send them out to the to my group chats. Okay, I'll send out all 25 charts. Basically my analysis kind of like this. Like I would do this full markup and send out what I would look for it to do for that week. I would stop on the 4 hour time frame, and if I saw a really nice opportunity, I would even go down to the 1 hour time frame. And yeah, so someone asked about that last night, and I actually had an idea as far as like just an idea. Of putting it on a blog and being more detailed with it. But for now, since I've stopped doing it at least weekly, I still do that like once a month at the beginning of the month. But since I started doing it weekly and he asked, I'll go ahead and do it this week, and I'll send it out to the Discord. Now again, with everything I do, it's not meant to be as signals. Like, they're just charts, right? And the more that I mark out charts, the more practice I'm getting, of course. But it's meant to like, so meant to, for one, for me to just share my opinion and put it out there. Two, I mean, maybe if you want to learn my strategy or trying to see how I view the market, you can learn from those screenshots. It's not, nothing that I send out is meant as a signal, right? You shouldn't be just copying me. Like, do your own analysis at the end of the day, of course. But here, explaining GU, impulse up, correction here, looking for a continuation to continue up. If we draw Fibonacci's, keep it simple, and we base it off of that, you can see it's right on the 78.6, which is a major level. It's actually tested twice, which I generally don't like to see. I like to see one test off the 78.6, and usually that test to actually be a wick. We'll see how it plays out, but at the moment, still bullish confirmation. Still want it to continue up until that trend line is broken. If that trend line breaks, no more buy. Look for sale. That's what I would do. That's what I will do, because this is staying on my list. GU has been a really good pair for me this year. So what I'm seeing, I have a strong impulse initially, have a small correction, another impulse. We have consolidation, not a descending channel, but not a strong correction either, I'd say. When I say strong, it's not structurally strong, that's what I mean. But ultimately, looking for this to continue down or break that trend line. If it breaks the trend line, entering off a 1 hour correction, looking for it to continue up. And then the first test would be this trend line, of course. Now, I will say it has potential to continue down. I wouldn't like to see that. I wouldn't like to see it come down and test this area. But it has potential to do that. So, if that happens, I'm not entering in that area. I'm not entering below this trend line, period, anyway. All I'm waiting for is a break of this trend line and a correction. That's really it. No matter whatever happens under here, doesn't really matter to me. Put that out there. Alright, and visualization so you guys can see. Boom, 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 boom. Please break, essentially. And then looking for price to break those areas. But that's it on GU. And I actually already have that sent out too. No, I don't. That's what I was doing before the internet disconnected. I was sending it out. Or at least looking for where I sent it out before. Because I know bare minimum I talked about it. But it looks like I didn't send it out. But we'll just do that now. Alright. So back, so that's GU. Last pair, Euro JPY. Yesterday I talked about a potential selling opportunity on the lower time frame for Euro JPY. Right after this one. Had a downtrend here. We just came off of this correction, which was the retest of the neckline for this head and shoulders, and I was looking for another correction to test this area. Price didn't give that. Price actually ended up hitting targets for our would have been entry, but entry never set up. So price came down to this level, rejected that level, and gave us that expanding triangle that I was talking about. I didn't want to enter off this expanding triangle because of the area that it's in. It's at this equal high, forming a double top, and that's not a level of interest for me, especially with expanding triangles. Expanding triangles, I love the pattern. Used to be one of my favorite patterns. It's just that I like them to be in better areas than that before taking them. So that's not the right area for me, but essentially played out in this scenario, gave us another impulse and correction on the 1 hour time frame. I'm looking for price to come back up to these highs, and this time around I would love for it to actually break the highs. Okay, the euro has actually gained a lot of strength throughout this week. The yen has just been gaining strength too, but overall my outlook for the yen All right. Overall, my outlook for the yen is still to lose strength and ultimately see Euro JPY continue up. But I will say I marked this up this morning, and I'm not looking for anything on this because like I don't see an opportunity for me at least. But I'll mark it up anyway. All right, so happened again, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You just gotta keep going. All right, so I was talking about Euro JPY, marking up Euro JPY, and before this thing disconnected again, and I will say like it's disconnected on my laptop but not my phone, so maybe a problem with what my laptop's doing. But was marking up Euro JPY, and I was talking about something else. Don't really remember. I'm gonna go ahead and continue marking up. Oh, I remember what I was talking about. Gold and US 30. The pairs everyone or the things everyone wants me to mark up. So on the 25 charts, I did say like don't ask me for gold or US 30. Number one, because like I don't actively trade those on a weekly basis. US 30 I day trade from time to time, but right now I don't have it planned out that I'm gonna trade it within this quarter. So, and also gold I've back tested before, but the way that I trade, I would have to day trade it, and I don't want to day trade gold. I honestly rather swing than day trade. That's why I don't trade US 30 too often. So that's why I say don't ask me for those, because I'm gonna give like I'd rather do swing setups than day setups, because those setups just go within a day. All right. Anyway, Euro JPY weekly uptrend. We have price testing the uptrend, or has tested the uptrend, and we can see that it tested it on the weekly as well. If we go ahead, refine that, keep it tight, we have price still in that uptrend. Price is making an impulsive push off of it, and currently love to see these highs be broken off this daily candle. That would be amazing. That would be an amazing way to end the week. All right. Yeah, that would be really good. Let's go down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour time frame, if I reset the chart, my fault. Let me take a breath, because I want to make sure I'm focusing. Don't skip any steps. Like distraction, I would say like obviously the internet disconnecting is quite a distraction, and it can be frustrating at times. If you've been with me like since the beginning, when I used to do Zoom calls all the time, you know it was way worse. That thing disconnected on every call, and my mic was just terrible. I actually have a better mic upstairs. I just need I don't remember what my brother called it. I need a thing before I hook it up. I have a mic and a little spit catcher or whatever those things are called. But here we go. We have an impulse. We have this expanding triangle. Would like this to continue to play out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking for an impulsive move to play out right now. I'm waiting. And what I'm waiting for are these highs to be broken. And this screenshot is definitely sent out. I sent it out on 2 different occasions. Looking for it to break above this high, correct back down, and continue up. And if it just continues up, it just continues up. There may be a 1 hour setup, but there'll definitely be a 15-minute setup. If you guys want to cash that, I'll go ahead and do that if price breaks those highs on Monday. And I'll send out a setup on that, but I won't be taking a trade on the 15-minute or anything below the 1 hour, honestly. All right, but those are all my pairs. It was like rough getting through all that, but as always, like the more you practice, the better you get. And appreciate everyone that stayed on the call even through all that mess that happened. And if you like the stream, want more of them, and you want those 25 charts to be sent out, go ahead, hit that like button. The 25 charts are going to be sent out regardless. But hit the like button. Also hit subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos and live streams that I do. And I'll catch you guys later.